Wow, we have finally finished. All of our hard work, dedication, and time spent doing our assignments rather than spending it with our families to obtain our degrees has finally come to fruition. I know from the countless discussion posts we have made over these past few years that most of you, like myself, have accomplished this goal while maintaining full-time jobs and families. Also, I know that a key factor in our success in our various programs here at CSU Global was their amazing staff. Another factor that I owe a lot of my success to is the first class we were all required to take. Applying leadership principles shaped and guided my collegiate and professional journey and has inspired me to continue to be a better leader in everything I do. In Module 1 of this class, we learned about time management and the impossibility of true multitasking. Learning about the power of keeping a calendar for everything in my life, not just schoolwork, greatly reduced what I feel would have been a great magnitude of stress from trying to keep up with the coursework due dates along with a hectic work schedule. The second half of this module, we learned that when we attempt to multitask, we are actually switch tasking. During an experiment, I was able to realize just how much this switch tasking slowed down my work. Module 2 of this course taught us how to assess our leadership traits and about how leadership is a process. One of the recommended readings in this section talked about the role of reflection in leadership. According to Kale 2012, reflection is what links our performance to our potential. In this paper, we went on to describe the reflection as a way to look back at the outcomes of jobs and see what actually made them successful. The next module was over the types of power used to influence others. We also looked at some keys to be an influential leader to others even without formal authority roles. One of the takeaways for me that has the biggest impact on my professional career was the power of trustworthiness and influence. Matsushima 2013 states that without credibility, influence without positional authority is virtually impossible. This has hit home for me since as of yet I do not have a position of formal authority, and I still want to be a positive influence on my coworkers and even my family. This module laid the foundation for me to continue to work on my power of influence. Module 4 was all about understanding our leadership styles. We learned that there are 3 main types: authoritarian, democratic, and laissez-faire. Gale 2019 said, "When high performers move into leadership roles, one of the first choices they need to make is what kind of leader they want to be." This quote is one of my favorite because it showed that I have the power to choose which leadership style I want to use. We also learned that to be a good leader, you need to know when and with what character of people each leadership style works best. There is not a one-size-fits-all leadership style. Each style has situations where it is beneficial and others where it is harmful, and great leaders can be fluid in their leadership styles. However, each leader has a style which suits him or her the most. For me, I determined that to be the democratic style of leadership, or as Leadership Briefings 2019 defines it, it is someone who encourages team members to participate, but leaders retain the final say. Lastly, in Module 5, we learned about the role of ethical communication has on influence. The biggest thing that I took away from this module was the importance that being a strong leader can have on your power of influence and your ability to grow your career. As Colantino states, research constantly shows that mindful listeners have better interpersonal relationships, tend to get paid more, and are even promoted more often. This is an aspect that I have put into play in both my professional and family life and have seen the power it can yield. I hope that all of us here today can look back on these lessons that we learned in this class and continue to work diligently to apply them in our lives going forward. I personally will continue to be intentional about the process of becoming a leader in every aspect of my life, so that I can continue to become a leader and that positively influences those around me. To wrap this up, I just want to finish by saying thank you to all of the instructors and staff here at CSU Global for their profound effects they have had on each one of us. I also want to congratulate each and every one of you graduating with me here today and tell you that just because we are finished with this program does not mean that we should be done with continuing and educating ourselves and even bettering ourselves. I would like to leave you with a quote from Warren Buffett, a billionaire investor and leader in the investing world. He said, "The most important investment you can make is in yourself."